Good afternoon and welcome to Real Talk for Teachers about Media. This webinar is part of the 2018 Student Wellness Webinar Series. My name is Kelly Untitled and I am the Communications Coordinator in the Office of Student Wellness. For those of you not familiar with the Office of Student Wellness, we are located at the New Hampshire Department of Education, and in addition to administering several grant programs, we strive to provide strong, evidence-based professional development opportunities to New Hampshire educators and those working with our state's children, youth, and families. For more information about our office, please visit our website, www.nhstudentwellness.org. Some logistics for this afternoon's webinar. We encourage you to mute your telephone line or microphone to limit background noise. If you would like to voice a comment, please raise your hand in the participant box. We also encourage you to open your chat box, which you can find that feature by hovering your mouse along the bottom of your screen. We will answer questions from the chat box at the end of the presentation, and a recording of this webinar and its slides will be made available on our website within the next week. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce today's speakers, Lauren Hallett and Tina Rasick from Media Power Youth.
Thank you so much, Kelly. And thank you so much for joining us today, everyone. We're going to take a few minutes today to talk about the curriculum and the training that Media Power Youth offers, as well as introduce you to one of our new offerings. So as Kelly mentioned, I'm Lauren Hallett, and I'm the Education and Training Coordinator with Media Power Youth. Tina Rasick is also with us today. Hi, Tina. She is the Education Coordinator as well at Media Power.
Hi, sorry about that.
That's okay.
This is Tina Rasick. Thank you for introducing me.
Great. So Media Power Youth knows that as educators, you witness firsthand the impact of media on your students. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, media use risks include negative health effects on sleep, attention, and learning, a higher incidence of obesity and depression, exposure to inaccurate, inappropriate, or unsafe content and contacts, compromised privacy, and confidentiality. Media Power Youth has developed an evidence-based media literacy curriculum and training for the 4th through 6th grade classroom. Our curriculum, Media Literacy for Safe and Healthy Choices, is currently being used throughout New Hampshire. Media Power Youth is based in New Hampshire, and we collaborate with community partners to provide evidence-based media literacy programs and resources for youth, parents, and educators. Our goal is to provide a continuum of media literacy education from early childhood through young adulthood and contribute to the safe, healthy use of media and prevention of at-risk behaviors. As I was saying, we provide hands-on training and evidence-based curricula, and we also offer online training for our educators. Our curriculum includes 12 lesson plans, handouts, images, video clips, and student worksheets. Media Power Youth knows that you as educators understand the negative impacts that media can have on choices and behaviors for our students. There appears to be an increased correlation between recent spikes in teen depression and anxiety with the adoption of mobile phone use. We know, too, that media and media technology can be a constructive force and an effective tool for educators and children. Our goals are to help you understand the balance between media's constructive use and negative influences, and to guide your students to use, consume, and produce media for their benefit. Media Youth has developed a media literacy curriculum, and it is evidence-based, listed on the NREP, the National Registry of Evidence-Based Programs and Practices of SAMHSA, the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration. Our curriculum was evaluated many times by the Center on Media and Child Health at Children's Hospital Boston, with encouragement and support from the New Hampshire Department of Health and Human Services. Media literacy for safe and healthy choices is currently being used throughout New Hampshire with the support of the New Hampshire Department of Justice and the Department of Education. The curriculum includes everything from lesson plans, handouts, images, video clips, and student worksheets. And we focus on bullying and violence, aggression, media and substance use, and media and food choices. It's our privilege to be here today and not only introduce you to our curriculum and training offerings, but also to introduce our new offering, Real Talk for Teachers About Media. This is a series of courses we produced with funding and support from the New Hampshire Department of Education. As you see on your screen, we have created 7 courses. The courses vary in topic from bullying and violence, children's sexual health, media in the 21st century, social media, substance abuse, nutrition, and appropriate use of media. Today will serve as an introduction and a focus on the importance of media literacy for educators, as well as introduce you to Media Power Youth, or reintroduce you to Media Power Youth, the curriculums and trainings we offer, and of course, we'll walk step by step through the courses that we've created for you. Media literacy is a large part of our lives, and young people are being bombarded with advertising and consumerism, and it is affecting their behavior. Media Power Youth has created curriculum that is being used today in New Hampshire classrooms throughout the state in order to focus and help teachers change and use media for good. Media Power Youth has also partnered with the Public Consulting Group to bring media literacy for safe and healthy choices curriculum online. We now offer an 8-hour self-paced training course that teachers can take, and it includes all the materials needed for successful classroom implementation. I'm going to turn the floor over to Tina for a few minutes to talk about the online training opportunity. We wanted to let you know that we also offer in-person trainings. Tina?
Great, thank you, Lauren. You did a great job describing the curriculum that we currently use for our live trainings, but we're very fortunate that we have partnered with PCG and Pepper Platform, and we've brought in our curriculum online. So now it's available for anyone, any educator who's interested in learning about media literacy. They can take the course anytime, any place, anywhere, which is wonderful. We have, as you said, everything is available for the lessons. You'll have the videos, you'll have the lesson plans, they have scripts, they have media files, they'll have handouts. So everything is available and ready to go to be able to teach into the classroom. And we have Celia here, who has used the curriculum in her classroom, and she's going to speak with us in a few minutes to describe her experience. But just to tell you a little bit about the online training, there's interactive activities, there's videos to watch and deconstruct and analyze and really think critically about the message that they are giving to our students and even the adults as well. They have forum posts, which is the key factor in these trainings. They're going to be monitored by the Media Power Youth Education team and plus the other participants. So it gives you an opportunity to state your opinion and get some feedback and really discuss the topics that are involved in the training. And as Lauren had said, there are 8 hours of professional development, so that could be used if your district approves it. So that could be used for educational hours. And I think that's just about it, although I would like to mention that there's a 20% discount for New Hampshire educators, and you should go on to the website Media Power Youth, and we can discuss it further with you.
Great, thank you, Tina. Did you say Celia had added herself in?
Yes, Celia is here, and she, if you want to ask her some questions, we'd love to hear from her opinions and her experiences with using the curriculum in the classroom.
That'd be great. Celia, are you there?
Okay.
All right, so I'll wait for,
Yep.
oh, there she is.
Yep. Can you hear
Hi,
me?
Celia, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
So, Celia, we were just talking about our curriculum and our trainings that we do at Media Power Youth. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask you as a school counselor in the New Hampshire school system is, why do you think it's important to teach media literacy?
Oh, it's incredibly important. And I think that the ages that the Media Power Youth targets is precisely the place where the discussion of media in our lives has to happen, has to start. And kids are really hungry to have that discussion about how media is portrayed, how they are consumers of media, and how it is so much a part of their social lives at this point in time. So they really are hungry for the information and they love discussing this topic.
Great. And Celia, how long have you been teaching our curriculum, Media Literacy for Safe and Healthy Choices?
I've been using, I think it's about 6 years now with fifth graders.
Wonderful. How does it compare to other curriculums that you have used?
I think there is no comparison. I really can't think of a curriculum that targets this topic in such a way, because there's so much that can be covered through the Media Power Youth curriculum, from prevention to, which is a huge part of it, to talking about how advertising is portrayed and how advertising targets them, young people. So I think all those topics are on point and are so important. And and Media Power Youth does so well in presenting those topics.
What would you say is something, maybe one of the students' favorite traits or elements of the lessons or curriculum?
Oh, there's so many. They, of course, like watching the, watch out, hold on, we have background noise here. All right, I'm sorry. When my intercom comes on, I may have to mute for a second, I'm sorry. So yes, the kids' favorites are the examples of the advertising. They really like to share what advertising they have seen and apply it to the examples that Media Power Youth has. So that is very rich. They like using the don't be tricked and applying it to the advertising. They really do benefit from the prevention topics, with the tobacco especially. I've had kids come back to me and say that they learned so much about advertising toward young people, especially toward tobacco.
Great, thank you, Celia. So along with our online training opportunities that Tina talked about, and along with the curriculum that Celia was referring to, we have created another professional development opportunity called Real Talk for Teachers about media literacy. Real Talk for Teachers focuses on helping to frame the conversation on how media affects teachers and students. As I said before, there are 7 courses now available on the Department of Wellness website. The 7 courses are split into 5 modules, and each module contains expert knowledge on media influence, best practices and tools for addressing media-related challenges and behaviors. The 7 courses focus on 7 different topics, as I mentioned before. Each of the topics is something that teachers face daily in the classroom: bullying and violence, social media, appropriate media use, nutrition, substance abuse, children's sexual health, and media in the 21st century. Each of these topics was chosen to answer media-related challenges that educators are experiencing in the classroom. Now I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to familiarize you with the 5 different modules you will find in each course. Module 1 is called the facts. The main focus of the module is the who, what, when, where, and why of the topic. We will teach you common vocabulary and make sure you have the background knowledge you need to understand the topic and immerse yourself into the topic's connection to media literacy. So Celia, can I pick on you again and ask you why, as a teacher, do you think it's important to familiarize yourself with the media that your students are being exposed to day in and day out?
Who else is going to talk about it? We need to talk. And they are so ready to talk about how media exists within their lives. So many of them want to share about the images that they're seeing or the videos. YouTube is omnipresent, and so much needs to be shared about YouTube and the use of YouTube and how that works for them.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm.
In these modules, you will find definitions, answers to questions such as why do kids bully, where and when does bullying occur. You will find articles and videos that are included right in the course and relate to what is on the page. Each Module 1 has a page that addresses common questions associated with each topic. The module ends with a reflection that will ask you to answer questions using the information you have just learned, as well as apply what you have learned to question things in your own environment, in your own school, in order to connect what you are learning about the topic to your professional world. Module 2 is, of course, called Media Literacy. This module will make a clear connection between the topic and media literacy. Media often represents social and health behaviors and their consequences. This module will help you recognize and teach the impact that media can have on student behavior and choices. And I'm going to call on Celia again. Celia, is there an example or anything that you feel comfortable sharing with us, a situation where you've seen the impact of media on student behavior?
Can you hear me okay? There we go.
Yes.
Yeah. I think what has come up for our classroom discussions is how violence is portrayed in a way, especially on TV and some videos, in a way that is designed to get us to laugh. And there's been some very rich discussions about how we are laughing at the expense of someone's either being bullied, put down, teased, or hurt. And I think that's a really important discussion to have about how media portrays it in such a way that how we respond is supposed to be with laughter.
Right. So in this module, this is where we follow the same patterns with facts, articles, and videos to support the topic that you're in, but we'll focus on things such as Celia mentioned when it comes to the topic. So how can you teach students that violence, for example, is not humorous? You will also find media literacy skills in Module 2, a very important part of the module. We will walk you through how to determine what is happening, what is the story being told through media about the topic you are focusing on. The page on your screen is a good example of this. You would watch the video and answer the questions in order to evaluate the information and techniques the media is using to persuade you. Because we are looking at Module 2 in our bullying and violence course, this piece of media would be related to the bullying topic in order to help you make connections, build background knowledge, and we're looking at activating prior knowledge and pre-teaching in this section. Module 3 is called Media Today, and this module will define the role media plays concerning the topic we're looking at. We use this module to present the connection between what students are experiencing with media and their behaviors. For example, in the bullying and violence course, we connect bullying and cyberbullying. We discuss the why. Why is it so prevalent? And what can we do as teachers and educators and students to reduce incidences and exposures while making clear how media contributes to the problem and the solution? Module 4 will be many teachers' favorites. It's here in this module that you will find tools and best practices. Module 4 will walk educators through how to address concerns about student choices and behaviors, as well as minimize unfavorable behaviors, actions, and choices. Media Power Youth uses this module to train educators to be confident when it comes to empowering students' relationship with media, amplifying student voice through digital literacy, challenging media, and changing a student's relationship with media. Media Power Youth advocates having media literacy learning experiences in the classroom that are meaningful and an integral part of the everyday classroom. We focus in this module and all 7 courses on teaching educators how to help students derive new meaning when it comes to the media they are exposed to. And Celia, I'm not sure if you can speak to the value of teaching students that they have power when it comes to media and what they're exposed to. Do you have any experience with that?
Well, I think, yes. One is that concept of that all media is constructed by someone else. And the only way to, how do you take the power back through that, is to know that you are a consumer of media and what you are watching and consuming has been planned and decided by someone else. And I think if you can follow on that concept and say, how do you take the power back? You have to really realize that somebody has decided what I am watching at this point in time.
Right. So the last module you will find in each course is Module 5. This module serves as our wrap-up or our summary. We focus on the takeaway, the importance of action. We want adults and students to take action and get involved when it comes to media literacy and how it affects health. We conclude Module 5 with a self-reflection and questions that will help educators make connections between new knowledge and actions that the knowledge prompts. Along with getting a look at our new course offerings, we hope that today serves as a reminder that media has significant impact on your health and the health of your students. Media impacts health, behavior, academic, and social success. It is imperative that as educators, we learn all we can about media and its effects. These 7 courses will help you to do that. By learning what children need to know about media, we can help them to make healthy and successful choices. Media Power Youth has witnessed the growing influence of media technologies in the lives of youth. We offer the professional development, curriculum, and trainings we brought you here today as a response to the media-saturated environment. We are compelled to help children, parents, and teachers understand and make healthy decisions about media's effect on violence, substance abuse, sexual health, and nutrition. We believe that media education helps youth make the connection between the media messages they are exposed to and their own lives and actions. It is our goal to provide a continuum of media literacy, and we are thrilled that you have chosen Media Power Youth for media health and wellness. Please visit our website, www.mediapoweryouth.org, for more information about us, our trainings, and our curriculums. You can also find all 7 courses and information on the website for health and wellness, nhstudentwellness.org. We thank you so much for your time today. And Celia, thank you so much for participating and lending us your expertise. And Tina, thank you as well.
Thank you, Lauren.
Yep. And thanks everyone for being with us today and spending time and working with us to empower youth to lead safe, healthy lives through smart use of media.